Alright, so if you can notice, it's the next day. I'm continuing with the question and answer and shout out video. This might be a separate video by itself because doing the Instagram and Facebook took a little bit of time. So now it's for the YouTube question and answer and shout outs after. So what I'm going to do is the same as the other two. I'm going to answer the questions first and then do the shout outs. At the end of this video, make sure to watch till the end. I'm going to highlight a couple of Trinidad fishing channels, local channels. Might put in some clips of their footage as well. So stay tuned and look out for that. So let's get right into it with the questions. I'll be going down just like we did with the other platforms. Starting right at the top is from Brett Thompson. Now he's one of the channels I want to highlight at the end of the video. So stay tuned to see some clips from his channel. His first question is, how and when did you get into fishing? I answered this partly in the last video, the last session. I am from a fishing family. My father, my uncles, my grandfather, they all were into fishing and hunting, but I more took to the fishing side of it. So I've been fishing ever since I can remember. They had a small aluminum boat that used to go out into the swamp, in the mangroves to fish, and that's where I really started and really fell in love with fishing. Catching, whitefish, snappers, snook, all these things from the boat. And I used to be hoping and praying every time I hear the boat going out to the road on the trailer that someone wakes me up and say, "Hey, you want to go fishing?" Happened maybe once or twice for the year maybe, but those are the best times I can remember of my life. His number 2 question is, what's your interpretation of sustainable fishing and why do you practice it? I kind of answered this before as well. Sustainable fishing to me involves a couple of things. First one is of course practicing catch and release. When I say practicing catch and release, it's not every fish you catch you release. But you have to get into it a little bit more. Do some research on the fishing and the types of fish that you're doing, that you're catching, and see different things like life cycles, maturity rate, reproduction, or the size that they actually get. It's important to know these things because even though you might catch a fish this big, that fish could be a baby, like a tarpon, etc. Or some types of snook. We have different types of snook in the waters of Trinidad and Tobago. We have the tarpon snook, fat snook. The common snook get really big. Fat snook and tarpon snook don't get that big. So it's important to know the difference, and also like the terms of the snappers and stuff like that. We call a lot of fish in Trinidad redfish. We have the lane snappers, mutton snappers, we have red snappers, a whole host of other fish that we call redfish in Trinidad. It's important to identify which ones are which and what sizes they actually get. Another thing with sustainable fishing is to do your part in preserving the fishing areas and fishing environments that you fish in. And by that being said, take care of the environment. Try to stop as much littering or pollution as you can from your own account. Plastic bottles are a major hindrance. Every fishing spot you go is littered with plastic bottles. You need to stop that. And also in terms of oil dumping and bleach and soap and all these things that you just freely dump into the water, these things eventually reach into the rivers or to the tributaries where the juvenile fish live and could damage the population. So practice catch and release as much as possible, learn more about the fish that you're catching, and do your part to protect the environment that you fish in. It's all part of sustainable fishing from an individual perspective. In general scheme of things, we hope that the authorities of the government put things in place from their end to stop things like inshore trawling and overcatching and all these size limits and things like that. But that's a long way to come. His third question is, if you had the option of a fishing trip anywhere in the world, where would it be? And what will you target and what type of fishing would you do while there? Or I guess what kind of fishing you'll do when you're there? Now, this is a tough one because I would like to fish everywhere. But recently I was watching a trip on YouTube to Colombia with Lawson Lindsay and a couple other YouTubers, and they were catching cubera snapper on top water. I think that would be my ideal trip. Not only cubera snappers in the waters, they were catching tuna, they had rooster fish, they had monster jackravel, a lot of other species of snappers as well. I think that would be my ideal fishing trip. I want to be actually casting and retrieving and actually getting that hook up, and my dream fish is a huge snapper. That would be actually the best thing for me. Popping for snappers or even throwing glide baits and stuff like that with huge snappers, that's something I definitely want to do. And Colombia is not too far away, so maybe I might get to do it sooner than later. I also love to catch a GT. That's a different type of fishing, a whole different hemisphere of the world. So that's maybe a dream trip too, but I think Colombia is my number one. Is question number 4 from Brett. What is your number one local dream fish, and how do you envision catching it? Well, my number one dream fish in general is a huge snapper. Talking about huge, I'm not talking crazy. I mean 30-pound plus snapper. That's my dream, absolute dream fish. You know, in local waters, I envision catching it maybe on a trip down the islands. There are a couple of places that the captains can carry you to try to target them. Artificial might be a bit difficult in Trinidad, but anywhere I can catch it, I just really want to catch that 30-pound snapper. I mean, that's my dream fish locally. Second on the list would be a monster snook, 25 pounds plus. I would love to catch that from the beach. Brett has a video similar to where he caught one monster from the beach. That's another dream type of fishing I want to do, casting lures from the beach. So those are the top 2. Number 5 is a very interesting question. Why do you choose to keep your spots a secret, and do you recommend others to do the same? Now, being a land-based fisherman mostly, you would have noticed that I don't give away all of my spots, and I do that for a reason. One of the reasons is, although you may practice catch and release, someone you know, or someone they know might not be practicing catch and release as much as you. So if I was to just give away any and every location publicly, anyone could see that location and go and fish. And if you don't practice the catch and release, they could outfish a land area in a short space of time. It's not like I want to keep a spot secret or anything like that, just to catch all the fish for myself. I just don't want people to go and exploit in the area. The other thing is, land-based spots are usually limited in land. Basically, there's not that much space to fish at any particular location, and the timing that I have to fish is very limited. So if I get a chance to go and fish, I'd really like to go to a spot and have a space to fish. Again, there's nothing like I don't want you to fish there. I don't want to catch all the fish myself. It's just I want to be able to fish in spots that I know when I go there to fish. A couple times I've gone, you would have seen a couple of videos, I've gone to certain spots and I can't even fish. People bring nets, they throw nets, other people occupy the spaces. So it's things like that I try to avoid. And the third thing is, we need to be better again with the environment and what we do with our waste and trash. People in Trinidad, I'm not saying you or me or anyone specific, but in general, they tend to leave a lot of waste behind and litter, and they can spoil a very pristine area in a very short space of time. So that's the 3 main reasons I don't want to give out spots publicly. I mean, I hope you don't fault me or hate me for that, but I would also recommend it to other people who have their own spots to do the same. I would never ask a fisherman where he caught that fish. That's to me a rule that I'll never break. And also because every spot there is a secret spot until you find it. I always say that. So go out there. One part of fishing and exploring is finding new spots for yourself. So get out there, look, try different areas, try different tactics in different areas, and you never know when you could find your own secret spot. So like I said, every spot is a secret spot until you find it. Number 6, will you be doing any big fishing trips outside the Caribbean in the future, say Central America? Well, I also want to go to Central America. Costa Rica has some amazing fishing. But I think that might be further down the list. I actually would love to do the Colombia trip before that. And also I was checking out a place, a Suriname trip, but as a freshwater fishing expedition because Suriname is right there. So I wanted to check that one out. But definitely I would love to go Costa Rica, target some, also Monster Cubera. They have rooster fish, they have big, huge snook, and also huge tarpon. So Costa Rica may be a Central American place I want to try. Number 7 from Brett. If someone fishes with Snook Master and catches a bigger snook than him, do they now become the Snook Master? Well, if that was the case, all of us would be Snook Masters because all of us have caught bigger snook than Snook Master. Just kidding. The man, he got his name the Snook Master because he catches snook just about anyway. And I think it's his favorite fish to catch, and the guy knows how to catch it. So if someone catches a bigger fish on the day than him, I think he'll still retain his title. Maybe he might have to bump along to Snook Master Junior or something like that, but he's the Snook Master. Number 8. How is it possible I've never seen you fishing yet we have fished the same spots all the time? Are you even real? No, bruh. I practice ghost tactics. No, I mean, we fish the same spots, so maybe once in every while, but the timing that I fish again is not as a very long period of time, maybe a couple hours, 3-4 hours. I wish I could spend the whole day fishing, but I just don't have the time for it. And maybe the different timings. Hopefully one day we can bounce up out there. hopefully we could link up a time and do some fishing together, and you'll see that another goes, and that I am actually real. Number 9 is a very tricky one. He asks 30-pound snook or 100-pound tarpon off the beach. I just want to think about, because that's the exact limits we're going at there. But I think I'll choose a 30-pound snook, simply because that 30-pound snook is a once in a lifetime catch, no matter where it's from, beach, wherever, boat. 30-pound snook is a monster. 100-pound tarpon from the beach is great. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime catch as well, but you also have that chance of catching that quite often. Like if you go down the islands on a boat, you can catch 100-pound tarpon on a regular basis. Not, it's not easy, but you can still catch them. So I'll choose a 30-pound snook off the beach for sure. Number 10 is, why use artificial lures when most consider live bait to be more successful? For me, I loved using artificial lures. For years, I used to watch it on television, on the internet, and believe it can never work in Trinidad. But I always found it very interesting how people catch the fish on these artificials. Only when I recently started, maybe 2 years maximum, I was really gotten to using artificial lures, maybe 2 or 3 years. And when I started to catch fish on it, it was an amazing feeling. It's a more active type of fishing, and I think it requires a slightly different type of skill, casting, different retrieves and stuff like that. Whereas live bait, you throw out your line and wait and fish. I mean, I love the live bait fish as well, especially if fish are around. But artificial bait fishing is more active and more fun for me, and I really enjoy it, especially on light tackle. Well, Brett, I hope I answered those questions as best as possible. That was 10 serious questions. So we're going down the list again. Nathaniel Ramglawan. Want some fishing spots, have a little inflatable. So we have some locations I could try, and corresponding baits and tactics for the location, please. Well, inflatable you could get a lot of different places. Right now till March, I think the water might be a little rough, so don't go too far. But you could launch from Carnage. There's around the Salt Factory area you could try. There's also, like, if you're going on the foreshore, as you get into before Chaguaramas there, if you could launch from there and head out maybe a couple 100 yards out and get some nice fresh bait down here, get some nice red snappers, you can get the occasional snook. But the key thing is the next question is the bait. You need to get good bait, fresh bait. If you have a cast net, you can cast net mullet right there, or try to get some fresh Joshua, the freshest bait possible. That's the key difference between fishing close to shore and catching a lot of fish and catching 1 or 2 fish. You could also try artificials, try jerk baits, usuries, try some spoons. And other than the Chaguaramas north side, I think there's a lot of spots down south side, right along the Petrotrin flower pot area. I don't have much experience, so much knowledge about it, but there are a couple of videos on YouTube you could check out. Harun Ali or something. I think he has some videos going out there. Those are some spots to try. But again, the key thing is your bait. When you get out there, you find a spot, you need to make chum or fresh and spend a little time there to get the fishing really activated. So give it a try, let me know how it goes. Nikolai G. Have you ever thought about getting a saltwater fish tank? Yes, definitely I have. I want to get one soon, but that will take a little time. Not because they're getting actual real saltwater tank to have exotic species. That might be a further into the future, but I want to set up a local saltwater tank sooner rather than later. Ajay Bangar. Lyrics. What made you do YouTube, and which part of Trinidad are you from? What made you do YouTube? I kind of answered this before in the previous video. I used to always, when I was younger, I always wanted a camera that I could probably place right here, that I could record the stuff that I'm seeing. This was way before GoPro and everything ever started. And like a couple years ago, my wife actually got me a GoPro, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I started to record. I didn't record much on it. Only after watching more and more YouTube and seeing more guys produce more videos. Also, there's a local guy I mentioned before. His name is Ben Staunton, who produced some travel type videos. When I saw his videos being from Trinidad and the kind of quality and content he put out, kind of pushed me to try to get more into the YouTube aspect of it. So while I was recording 1 or 2 videos before, that really pushed me to get into YouTube, and that's why I started to post more and more videos on YouTube. Which part of Trinidad are you from? Sawa, born and bred. Shiva Lalak. Why don't you do trips with fans? Bro, if I had time, I'd fish with everybody. Again, my time is the greatest limitation I have in terms of fishing. I do work full time Monday to Friday, and also we have our own little small business, catering business, that sometimes we have work on Saturdays and Sundays. So getting time in between to fish in general is difficult. So coordinate to someone else to fish with them is even more so difficult. But hopefully in the not too distant future, as I have an easing schedule, we could try to arrange some meetups, and I could definitely try to fish with more of you guys, because it's something I really want to do, because I do appreciate all of your support at all times. Victor Doom. He said he came across the channel from searching up crapperfish to show his daughter, and he's been watching ever since. His question is, have you ever made a video about how to throw a cast net? I've never made a video about it because there's so many online videos that show how to throw a cast net. What I could try to do, I try to look for a couple of these most simple ones, and I could send you a link for it to check it out. But I'll just repeat the same that everyone can do. Maybe if you guys really want, I could try to do a cast net tutorial. We'll see. A and S. What kind of GoPro do you use? I have two GoPros. I have a GoPro Hero 4 Silver and a GoPro Hero 5. And those are the two that I use. Next one is William X Studios. Will you ever be fishing with fans? Like I answered that question a little short while ago. I hope to very soon into the future, once I get some time to get it done. Malik Boss Prince, when will this video be posted? You're watching it right now, so that's when it was posted. Nathaniel Davis said, hey Kosam, check out 60 SS and Stuff. It's a newish channel with different outdoor activities, primarily fishing. So check out that guy, 60 SS and Stuff. His question is, what was the initial inspiration on starting your YouTube channel, and what drives you to do more? Well, I answered that question a little while ago. I got motivated seeing other local Trinidadians doing the videos and the quality they were producing. That's what pushed me to do YouTube. I was doing the videos before on a fun basis, but I actually got into YouTube because of that. And what drives you to do more? Well, so far it has been you guys watching the videos, commenting on the videos, and I really enjoy, providing content for people to enjoy and to entertain you guys. The success of the channel has been tremendous, and I never expected it. So as I see more and more people coming on board and more people watching the videos, it inspires me to do more and more. And I hope to keep on changing the content, doing new and different content all the time. Next question is from Elijah Subero. Do you pay attention to the moon phases at all? Yeah, I always do. More so, I do in the post-mortem. What I mean by that is, if I go fishing a day, of course I'll check the moon and tides and things before, just to get a gauge of how high, low, how current will be. But after I go fishing, and if I have a successful day, I definitely go back and check the moon and the time of the tides, and I record it for future. Those patterns I think are important for anyone to understand and to record, because I think it does have an impact on your fishing and fish catches. So like I said, if you go out and have a very successful day at a particular spot, go home, check the moon phase, check the tide, and write it down, and write down what time you're catching the fish, and have that record for you to go forward. Elijah also asks, how do you decide what baits to use when? Well, there are a couple of go-to artificial lures that I always try based on the location. If I am targeting brackish water, the Dewey Carl soft plastic, surf-wise, the spoon, I try these things first. If they don't work, then I have a couple other baits that I always have in my arsenal to try. Usually crystal minnows, different jerk baits, different types of soft plastic, different sizes. It's good to have a good arsenal in your kit, just to keep on trying different things. Malik Boss Prince again, would you ever have a live stream soon? Never really thought about it. I'm not sure if I would. If I do, you'll see it. And can you make a WhatsApp fishing group? To me, I'm not really into the whole WhatsApping back and forth thing. If I'm working and things, I'm not going to pick up my phone to do it. So that might not be a possibility. Akash Balkaran, if you could fish in any other country, where will it be? He said his will be the Amazon basin for peacock bass. I mean, I definitely want to try that as well. Amazon basin, you have a wide variety of fish, including some monster peacock bass. So that'll be in my top 5 places to go. But like I said, my number 1 would be Colombia, like how they did it, Lawson Lindsay and a couple other guys did it for big cubera and yellowfin, tuna, and all these different things. Akash also asked, have you ever tried to keep any of your catches as pets? Yes, I have. I've kept snook, tarpon, and a grouper at one time, and they were doing quite well up until something went wrong with the water and they all kept out. But I do have a plan to start it back in the future, not too distant future. You'll see some videos about it, so stay tuned. Trisha Castillo, who inspired you to fish? Well, my family, as simple as that. I grew up in a fishing family and I picked it up from them and I just fell in love with fishing. Chris and Nat Ralph, how did you meet the Snook Master? Snook Master is my cousin and we were next door neighbors. That's why I taught him everything he knows. Since he was a little guy like this, till taller than me now, I've known him ever since. Ace Eldrin, are you interested in having an aquarium at your home? Yes, I am, very much so. You're going to be seeing some videos on that coming up in not too distant future. Stay tuned for the aquarium setup. Do you have any pets? He also asks. Yeah, I have a lot of pets, cats in particular. I have about 10. Almost everybody hates me for them because they're all over the place, but you know, it's just I have a soft spot for animals, and I also always try to, you know, to take care of any animal that's around that I could. So the cats I consider my pets. I have 10 minimum. Might be a couple more, including some strays, but I feed all of them. I consider them my pets. You also ask, why are you doing this Q&A? I'm just doing this Q&A so you guys get to know me a bit more. Like you've been watching the channel, growing with the channel from ever since. So I'm just trying to, you know, get this insight into who I am and what drives me and stuff like that. And to fill some more content for you guys as well. RKA, what was your first ever fishing trip and how did you get hooked on fishing? First ever fishing trip I can remember would have been on the aluminum boat with my uncles and they. And I can remember catching a lot of small whitefish and stuff with banking line in the swamp. Whitefish, snappers, we used to fish called a tarwat, catfish. And you just feeling that bite on the line is what got me hooked into fishing. The adrenaline when you see the fish and pulling it up as well and feeling the tug, can't beat it. I could also remember a trip that I took in Mayaro with my grandmother. Because me and her were fishing by a little lagoon. And I was throwing out a line with a little wine cork and a hook on the bottom. And I caught my first ever snook. I think that's also what got me into fishing because I did that all by myself. So, you know, those little couple of memories I can remember is what really got me into the whole fishing scenario and got me hooked forever. Imran Karim, hey coach, what are the best lures to use for tarpon? To me, juvenile tarpon, DOA Cal, can't beat it. Bigger tarpon, bigger soft plastics can work as well. There's runs, lures and things like that. Also, big jerk baits tend to work for them as well, but the key thing is having a strong hook. And when you come back Guyana, so we can catch some fish. But I wish I could come back soon. I'd really like to target some Guyana freshwater monsters. If I am coming, I'll let you know for sure, so you can put me onto some peacock bass and some big bullfish. Imran also asked for a shout out, so hey Imran Karim. Mark Noriga 1. My goal is to catch my first ever tarpon. Any helpful tips or tricks? Yeah bro, keep trying. And always try areas where fresh water or river mouth meets the ocean, or that you have some impact of fresh and saltwater mixing. That's the key areas where tarpon inhabit, and they are probably the easiest to catch because they don't be that big, maybe up to 5 to 10 to 15 pounds. Get some soft plastic lures, the DOA Cal, Berkeley, Ripple Chads, get some strong jig heads and try those areas. You will get one eventually. When you hook onto one of them, set the hook hard and keep the line tight. You will get one. Keep on trying those areas, you'll get it. Josh R, are you going to do a fishing meetup? Yes, for sure we're going to do a fishing meetup. I'm hoping it's in the first half of this year. Once things fall into place, I'll let everyone know and we'll get it done. It's definitely one of the plans for the future. Right, so that was all the questions I hope from YouTube. I think I would have covered all. I'm going to do shout outs. In these shout outs at the end, I'm going to highlight two fishing channels, local fishing channels that I want you to check out. Just to get the shout outs done. The first one is for Reese Maharaj. He's a guy always commenting on the videos and I really appreciate his support from ever since I can remember. Thanks bro, keep on watching. Then we have William X Studios. I read a question from him. He also has a YouTube channel. He's a young guy and does some comedy sketches. You can check him out, throw some support behind him. Another shout out is for Kill Them All. What a name, but that's his name on YouTube. He asks for a shout out. Then we have Nikolai G asks for a shout out for his Insta, which is at _XOXO_Nico. Then we have Trisha Castillo who asks for a shout out as well. Brandon Ramnanan, he asks for a shout out. And the last one is from Island Boys Fishing on Instagram. That is Island Boys BOYZ Fishing on Instagram. Check them out. Now the next two shout outs are for a couple of YouTube channels, common YouTube channels. Well, first one is from Real Twins. They have a channel, they do a lot of fishing. They catch a lot of pelagic species. So their channel is to just highlight some of their catches. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a clip from their channel. Check it out now. Right, so you guys should have seen some action from them catching some kingfish and stuff like that. Hopefully they have a lot more of videos to come in the future. So throw some support behind them. Like and subscribe and check out their videos. And the next channel I want to show is from Brett Thompson. I would have answered maybe 10 questions from him just now. But he has a YouTube channel. It's been on YouTube for quite some time. He has some excellent videos. If you want to watch some fishing in Trinidad and Tobago, top of the line, real scales, watch Brett Thompson's channel. I'm going to show you a clip of some of his action as well. He has recently started to post more and more, which is great for me and great for everyone who loves fishing because the action is insane. So check out these clips.
Bring it. Oh Lord! No. Missing net. Amel, boy, put your head down. Yes!
I don't want to put your head down.
Yes, you fit in that. Nice. First, get them colors one time on the go.
And just to the left, there's a nice one. Get the shot placement, hit it, and it wraps around some.
Come on, baby, come on. Watch that grade, I stuck yet! No! Chad! That's the biggest snook I ever caught! Chad! Hold the camera! Yes! I got the shot there. Yeah. Alright, we gotta go for the Yeah. Get out of this.
So watching those, you'll see how awesome the channel is. So make sure and check out the channel, like and subscribe. I think he has a lot more videos to come. He has been consistently uploading for the last couple of weeks. And if you give him enough support, he'll continue to do so. That's a channel to watch. Keep on watching. There are also a number of other channels that are recently started in Trinidad and Tobago with regards to fishing. I mean, you can throw support behind all of them. All of it would be appreciated. Trini Avid Anglers, you can check them out. Who else is there? There's a guy, Haroon Ali. He does some kayak fishing and the small boat fishing. Check him out as well. There's a couple others. Keep on checking them, keep on supporting as the YouTube fishing community grows in Trinidad and Tobago. There's Navin Kulpu who's posting his videos on YouTube now from his trips. He does fishing almost every day, so there's videos quite often. Check out all these channels. I mean, as you support every channel, the fishing community on YouTube in Trinidad will grow and the Caribbean will grow. Support local, support fishing, and hopefully through all of this, more people can get into fishing and enjoy the sport. Also, there's my partners from Jamaica, Jamaican Anglers. Their channel is growing. Keep on supporting them. They are pretty cool guys, always supporting my videos as well, so I have to support them as well. Also Jupiter George in Florida, who continues to produce some of the greatest snook and tarpon videos there is. Right, so guys, keep watching. All the YouTube channels, keep supporting. I know these shout out and question and answer video was a lot longer than expected. I appreciate if you watched to the end. Thanks for always supporting the channel. Lots more to come in the future. Keep watching, keep fishing, get into the outdoors, fish on.